So here are your notes on how to write an author's craft essay. I'll be adding more notes along the way. Please make sure that you've dated 1/11 because I will ask you later to go back to your notes from January 11th to add more on to these notes. Let's see. So this is the work that you did last night for homework. You added in the third column where you started to think about what were the goals? What were the goals of the author's craft moves? And now I'm going to show you how these sort of fit together when you make a claim. Remember that writing a claim, it's your thesis. It's going to be the last sentence in your introduction paragraph, and it needs to be a strong statement that you are going to prove in the rest of your essay. So, there are a few things for claim. If I were you, I would turn to the next page and write these notes down. A little bit more from January 11th. Writing a claim. So, yes, these are the things that, yes, you can choose to do when you are writing a claim. Yes. You could choose 3 craft moves. So, let's see, craft moves. You could pick 3 of these craft moves and show how they work toward one goal. So maybe I would pick out, in my story that there's inner thinking, there's description, and there's symbolism, and those all support the theme. So I'm picking 3 craft moves and showing one goal that they work toward. Or you can have 1 craft move and show it working toward 3 different goals. Ready? So maybe I'm going to pick inner thinking, and I will show that the inner thinking shows the character's motivation, stirs my empathy, and supports the theme. So you choose 3 from here to match 1 here, or 1 from here to match 3 here. What you can't do, okay, the reason why you do that, the 3 become your 3 body paragraphs in your essay. Can you make that connection, like jump ahead to when you're writing an essay? So the 3 craft moves working toward one goal, those 3 craft moves, you'd have a body paragraph about each of those 3 craft moves. Or if you choose to write about 1 craft move with 3 different goals, you'd write 1 paragraph about each of the goals. That's going to make for an organized essay. What you may not do, so don't even write this down. You may not choose 3 different craft moves working toward 3 different goals in your essay. So you're not going to do 1 paragraph where you show inner thinking stirring empathy, and then another paragraph where you show a metaphor that supports the theme, and then another paragraph where you have symbolism that shows the character's motivation. Do you see what I mean? You're not doing a 1-to-1. You're doing a 3-to-1 or a 1-to-3 because we have this magic number 3 happening here in your essay. Your essay is going to be a hot mess if you try to do 3 different craft moves with 3 different goals. And that's why we're not doing it that way. This essay would be chaotic, disorganized, it would be a mess. Your job today, you have about 15 minutes of class time to do it. I think you're going to be able to make your claim. Here's the deal about writing a claim. Go back and watch the video if you need to finish writing the notes out. Writing a claim or thesis about craft moves. I'm going to recommend that you don't take these notes now, that you just listen in, but if you want to have these notes, go back and watch and write them into your notebook. Option 1 for you is to focus on 1 craft move. Okay, so we've got the craft moves and we've got the goals. So option 1 for your essay's claim is to pick 1 craft move, maybe inner thinking, and connect it to the goals. Here are some examples. In All Summer in a Day, Ray Bradbury uses the sun to symbolize hope. And maybe I could even get more specific and I could say the description of the sun, right? Because then I'm using the language that actually comes right from the Craft Moves notes, right? Description. He's using the description of the sun to do what? To symbolize hope. Oh, I need to add in the goal there. The goal, I'm going to add that language in later as I revise my claim. The goal is to create a mood, a hopeful mood. So I need to include that word, mood maybe. Or in the story that I've been reading and using as my example, in Wild, Cheryl Strayed uses symbolism, okay, that's her craft move, one craft move, to show how she generated a new version of herself on the Pacific Crest Trail. So the goal is theme, this new version of herself. I'm starting in my claim to connect the craft moves to the goal. That's one option. That's one way you can do it. The other way that you can do it. So here's a little formula for that. In book's title, the author uses blank craft move to blank create the goal. You could just fill in those blanks for your story to make your claim. Okay. I'm trying to make this easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Or you consider several craft moves. So here's an example. In All Summer in a Day, Ray Bradbury uses symbolism, repetition, and descriptive language to show the children's need for freedom. That's the goal would be character's motivation there, I think. Or in my book, in Wild, Cheryl Strayed uses inner thinking, description, and symbolism to show her PCT journey, how her PCT journey helped her understand her identity. This is theme, the goal of theme. Now, I'm not always saying exactly what the goal is using that words. Maybe I'll explain it later, but I'm getting the idea, right? You can use the words from your goal notes, totally. So the formula for that option for a claim is in blank, comma, I should be carefully noting that there would be a comma. When you say in blank in the title of your book, the author uses craft move 1, craft move 2, and craft move 3 to do this goal. There's a version of option 1 that you could also consider, which probably would help you get to thinking about what your 3 paragraphs will be. In the title, in the book, the author uses 1 craft move to do this goal and goal 2 and goal 3, right? So this is a little bit like Mad Libs. There is a structure to what your claim should look like. Your claim should include the title and the author in either option. It uses the craft move language in either option, and you're naming the goals of those craft moves too in either option. Okay, so back to your notes from that we started with earlier. There's one more thing to add on. To write an essay about author's craft, after you collect entries, this is your 3-column work. Your next step is to write a claim for the author's craft, either concentrating on one craft move or thinking about how several craft moves all work toward the same goal. Your job today is to write your claim. And some of you are still in a position where you're collecting entries. You're still thinking about what are these craft moves? What are these goals? If you're still collecting entries, then I need you to go back to your desk and work on this step. But if you're ready to write the claim from today's notes, that's your mission for homework tonight.
Write a claim for author's craft either.